They thought you were falling behind, while you were quietly building more wealth than everyone around you.
POV, you became the richest person in your circle. But nobody even noticed.
POV, you became the richest person in your circle, nobody noticed. POV, you wake up one morning and realize something strange. You're the richest person in your entire circle. Not rich in the way people imagine. You don't have a Lamborghini parked outside. You're not wearing a $10,000 watch. You're not posting pictures from luxury hotels every weekend. Actually, nobody would guess you have more money than almost everyone you know. And that's exactly the point. Because real wealth has a strange problem. The more financially successful you become, the less successful you may look. Your friends might still drive newer cars than you. Your coworkers might wear more expensive clothes. Someone you know might buy a bigger house. Another person might constantly post vacations on Instagram. And yet, behind the scenes, your financial life is completely different. You have investments. You have cash reserves. You have assets producing income. You have very little debt. And most importantly, you have something they can't see: financial freedom. Today, let's explore what happens when you quietly become the wealthiest person in your circle. And nobody notices. Part 1: The moment you stop trying to look rich. 45200. At some point you realize something. Looking rich and being rich are two completely different games. Looking rich is about consumption. Being rich is about ownership. One person spends $80,000 on a car. Another invests $80,000 into assets. From the outside, the first person looks richer. But 10 years later, the second person may have built a completely different life. That's the hidden game of wealth. You stop asking, "What can I afford?" and start asking, "What can I own?" You stop thinking about monthly payments and start thinking about net worth. You stop chasing upgrades and start chasing freedom. Maybe your friends think you're being cheap. You still have the same phone, the same old car, the same apartment. You don't eat at expensive restaurants every weekend. You don't feel the need to impress anyone. And eventually, people stop paying attention. That's when something powerful happens. Your money starts working quietly. While everyone else is trying to look successful, you're becoming financially successful. Imagine sitting at dinner with 5 friends. Someone starts talking about salaries. Another person talks about their new car. Someone else mentions buying a house. And then someone asks you, "So how much are you making these days?" You smile and give them a simple answer. You don't tell them about your investment portfolio. You don't tell them how much your assets have grown. You don't tell them about the emergency fund sitting untouched. You don't tell them that your investments generate money while you sleep. Because there's no reason to. Your net worth isn't a conversation topic. It's a private number. And this is one of the biggest psychological shifts that happens when you become wealthy. You stop needing people to know. When you're younger, success often feels like something you have to prove. The better car, the better clothes, the better vacation, the better house. But eventually, you realize something. If your wealth depends on other people noticing it, it isn't freedom. It's performance. Real wealth can afford to be invisible. Here where things get interesting. People might actually think you're doing worse than they are. Your friend buys a brand new luxury SUV. You're still driving your 5-year-old car. They might think, "Wow, he really needs an upgrade." Meanwhile, you're investing the money you didn't spend. Another friend moves into a huge apartment. You stay somewhere smaller. They think you're not doing well. Meanwhile, your savings rate is growing. Someone takes an expensive vacation every few months. You take one modest trip. They get hundreds of likes on social media. You get almost nothing. And yet, your financial position keeps improving. This is why wealth is so difficult to judge from the outside. You can see someone spending. You can't see their balance sheet. You can see their car. You can't see their debt. You can see their house. You can't see the mortgage. You can see their vacation. You can't see the credit card bill waiting at home. And you can see someone's lifestyle. But you can't see their financial freedom. Something else changes. You become less impressed by expensive things. Not because you hate luxury, but because you understand the price behind it. You see a $100,000 car and immediately think about opportunity cost. That $100,000 isn't just $100,000. It's the future growth that money could have produced. A $5,000 vacation isn't just a $5,000 vacation. It represents money that could have been invested. A bigger house isn't automatically a better financial decision. A higher salary isn't automatically a richer life. Once you understand compounding, you start seeing money differently. You realize that every dollar has a job. Some dollars buy comfort, some buy experiences, and some dollars buy future freedom. The wealthy version of you understands the difference. You don't eliminate spending. You simply become intentional about it. Because the goal isn't to die with the biggest bank account. The goal is to build a life where money stops controlling your decisions. But becoming wealthy can create an unexpected problem. Your financial reality starts becoming different from the people around you. Maybe your friends still think about payday. You think about investment returns. They think about monthly bills. You think about asset allocation. They worry about emergencies. You have cash reserves. They depend on their next paycheck. You have multiple income sources. And suddenly, you realize you're playing a different game. This doesn't mean you're better than them. It simply means your priorities changed. You might still laugh together, still hang out, still share memories, but you don't necessarily share the same financial mindset anymore. And that's okay. You don't need everyone around you to understand your journey. Sometimes the most important part of building wealth is accepting that not everyone will understand what you're doing. Part 6. You stop making emotional money. DECISIONS 65745. When you're financially secure, money becomes less emotional. You don't panic every time the market falls. You don't buy something because your friend bought it. You don't take a job you hate just because it pays slightly more. You don't stay trapped in a bad situation because you have no savings. You have options. And options are one of the greatest forms of wealth. Imagine getting fired and knowing you can survive for a year. Imagine getting an amazing opportunity and being able to take it without worrying about next month's rent. Imagine saying no to a toxic environment because your financial life doesn't depend on one paycheck. That's what your wealth is really buying. Not watches, not cars, not designer clothes. Options. The ability to choose. The ability to walk away. The ability to wait. The ability to say, "No, I don't need that." Here's the irony. The richest person in the room might not look rich at all. They may be wearing ordinary clothes, driving an ordinary car, living in an ordinary home, eating ordinary food, and quietly owning millions in assets. Meanwhile, the person who looks the richest may be financing everything. This is why comparing lifestyles is dangerous. You're comparing what you can see to what you can't see. And that comparison is almost always incomplete. So if you're building wealth right now, don't worry if nobody notices. Don't worry if people think you're behind. Don't worry if your lifestyle doesn't look impressive. Your job isn't to look wealthy. Your job is to become wealthy. Because one day, the numbers will speak for themselves. And you won't need to. Maybe becoming the richest person in your circle doesn't mean buying the biggest house. Maybe it means having the freedom to choose where you live. Maybe it doesn't mean driving the most expensive car. Maybe it means never worrying about a car payment again. Maybe it doesn't mean wearing luxury brands. Maybe it means owning assets that pay you every month. And maybe the best part of becoming wealthy is that nobody notices. Because when nobody notices your wealth, you don't have to protect an image. You don't have to impress anyone. You don't have to keep spending to maintain your lifestyle. You can simply live quietly, freely, on your own terms. That's the real flex. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to *bin Invest * for more videos about money, investing, and building real wealth. Because looking rich is temporary. * building wealth is permanent. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe now.